foreign exchange reserve is also very important for your prelims. Okay, so already UPSC have asked 2 times questions regarding foreign exchange reserves. One question was, what are the components of foreign exchange reserves? And second was that what is the trend of foreign exchange reserves? Okay, so the trend is after the economic reforms, foreign exchange reserves have drastically improved. Okay, means there have been greater improvement in the foreign exchange reserves. Okay, from 91 after the economic reforms, and we'll see that what is the current trend of foreign exchange reserves and what are the components of foreign exchange reserves. Okay, so be very clear. Foreign exchange reserves consist of 4 components. Okay, I have already covered it in our conceptual classes, but just revise, just have an idea. First is foreign currency assets. Foreign currency assets, major component of foreign currency, especially US dollar, pound sterling, euro, and Japanese yen. So foreign currency assets is the major component of forex reserve. Then gold stock of RBI, the gold holdings of RBI is another major component of foreign exchange reserve. And then it is SDR, special drawing rights. Okay, and then the reserve position with IMF. Okay, so these are the components, but the major 2 component is gold stock of RBI and the more than 90% of forex reserve is foreign currency assets, mainly US dollar. Okay, now so that is one important point to note down. Now what happened? So economic survey, the latest economic survey is showing a trend of foreign exchange reserves. Okay, it is showing from 2017-18 till 2019 and the first half of 1920. What happened in relation to foreign exchange reserves? Okay, so if you see that there is no steady increase or steady decrease. Okay, in 7-8 it was 309 billion US dollar. I told you BOP is in dollars only, and foreign exchange reserve is also denominated in US dollar in billion. Okay, but due to global financial crisis in the next in 2008-9 there have been a drastic decline in 2008-9. So you can say that, see the change in foreign exchange reserves. So there have been drastic decline in our forex reserve in the financial year 2008-9, mainly because of the impact of global financial crisis and mainly because of the outflow of FPI like foreign investment, etc. Okay, but from 2009-10 onwards there have been a gradual improvement. Again in 2011, 12 and 12 because of the Eurozone crisis there have been a decline in our forex reserve. You can see that the decline in forex reserve. Okay, negative is decline in the foreign exchange reserve. But then after that there have been gradual improvement, slow increase in our foreign exchange reserve, exception being 2018-19, very important. Okay, in the last 5 or 6 years, 2018-19, already we know that because of foreign portfolio outflow in 2018-19, main cause. Okay, the capital account surplus have been less, current account deficit is high, because of that we had BOP deficit in 2018-19, and because of the BOP effect. So BOP, we know that BOP have declined in 2018-19, and because of that, see that what happened, there have been reduction in the foreign exchange reserves in 2018-19. Okay, so they will ask you a question. Okay, what happened? What is the reason for the decline in foreign exchange reserves in 2018? There are 2 reasons. Okay, foreign exchange reserves, movement of foreign exchange reserves is depend on 2 factors. Economic survey clearly explained. What are the 2 factors? One is BOP basis. One I already explained. So what is this? If the BOP increases, there will be foreign exchange reserve increases. If the BOP decreases, forex reserve decreases. That is what is called as BOP basis. So movement of BOP, balance of payment, increase in the balance of payment or decrease in the balance of payment results in increase or decrease in the foreign exchange reserve. So one factor is BOP. And in 2018-19, BOP decreased in 2019-18. Because of that, forex reserve also declined. So there are second factors there. This is most of the student does not know. That is economic survey is explaining valuation effect. So for two factors are there. Two factors influences foreign exchange reserves. One is BOP. Second is valuation effect. Now valuation effect you can understand only if you know the components of foreign exchange reserve. And what are the major components of foreign exchange reserve? One I told you, foreign currency assets. Now this foreign currency assets consist of US dollar and other non-US dollar currencies like Japanese yen and pound sterling, etc. So whenever there is fall in the value of non-US currencies, and since the BOP is mentioned denominated in US dollar, what will happen? There will be decline, there will value loss will be there. Similarly, if the gold prices fall, I told you RBI is holding lot of gold, and gold stock of RBI is a component of foreign exchange reserve. If the gold prices fall, what will happen? The gold value will decline, and that will valuation effect will show there. Similarly, SDR, if their value decline, valuation effect will be there. So and what happened in 18-19? The valuation effect also is one of the reasons. There have been decline in the valuation. So valuation effect also because of fall in the foreign currency assets, fall in the SDR, etc. So valuation effect, they will not ask you go deeper into it. Just for you need to understand is that the foreign exchange reserves value is decided by two factors. One is BOP basis, second is valuation effect. Okay, and you need to, they will ask you, okay, last time, be very clear, okay, in 18-19 BOP went into deficit. Before that, only in 12-13, okay, in the last 5 years there was no BOP deficit. In 12-13 and 11-12 and in 18-19, okay, so 8-9, 11-12 and 12-13, BOP went into deficit, or there have been decline in the foreign exchange reserve mainly because of some crisis, global financial crisis and Eurozone crisis, okay. Here in 18-19, it's mainly because of the foreign outflow and the slowdown in the global economy. And we know that 19-20 somewhere there have been a positive news on the BOP front, but 2021 because of the lockdown and other impact, we don't know what will happen, and that's not important for your prelims, okay. So there is a high chance that you can expect a question on foreign exchange reserves. Revise your concepts. What are the components of foreign exchange reserves, and what are the two factors which influence the foreign exchange reserve, that is BOP basis and valuation effect. Why forex reserve declined, or there have been change in the foreign exchange reserve, or negative, why there is a decline in the foreign exchange reserve in 2018. It is because of BOP as well as valuation effect. And one important point to note down, economic survey have made a comparison, last 5 years comparison, okay. I have compared 2000, what is the trend of 2014-19 and 2009-14, okay. So compared to 2009-14, there have been improvement in the foreign exchange reserves, okay. So that's you need to keep in mind. And so in 2018-19, our foreign exchange reserve was 412.9 billion. This is mentioned in the economic survey. And for your knowledge, as per the latest data, which was released from the newspaper, just for your knowledge only, they will not ask you question, okay. The current forex reserve, as per the latest data of 8th May 2020 is 480 billion. So India is having nearly 481 billion as per 8th May 2021 forex reserve data of RBI. So this just for your knowledge only, from the examination point of view, this table is more important, okay. So expect a question on foreign exchange reserves for prelims 2020.